Sport Via sponsors Bloom on RTE.
Get ready for it. I'll hold your hand. With good intentions, with good intentions. I'll hold your hand. Get ready for it.
It's the start of the June Bank Holiday weekend, and we're delighted to be coming to you live from Bloom, Ireland's largest gardening, food and family event.
Yes, because this year we're celebrating Bloom's 10th birthday, can you believe it? And over the next half an hour, we're going behind the scenes to bring you a flavour of what makes this annual festival just so special.
Absolutely, Anya. And joining us right now is the man behind it all, the manager of this Bloom show, Gary Graham. Congratulations, Gary, on your 10th anniversary. And it's every time people have been telling me they come here, it seems to be getting bigger and bigger. Has it exceeded your expectations?
I think I can say it has. I'm happy to say that. And we had very high expectations this year because it is year 10. We wanted to be special. And if you think back over 10 years where we started, we started at the height of the Celtic Tiger. We went through all those years of recession. Hopefully now we're on the road to recovery. And here we are. But the one thing we were always confident about, that I always knew, we have a talent pool in this country. We have the designers and we know what they can deliver. All we wanted to do was to create this platform, this catwalk, if you like, so they can strut their stuff, and they've done it. They have performed, so we're thrilled with that. They are such good designers. And we saw that last week in Chelsea. Paul Martin, one of our own, comes here, gold medals all the time. He goes to Chelsea, Main Avenue, first garden on Main Avenue, with a team of Irish guys and girls, gets the gold medal. He has proved our guys are right up there with the best designers in the world.
And I think you've shown that we can do a pretty good garden festival.
I think he's got the X factor as well, Gary.
Yeah.
But I have to say, it just seems to be blossoming all the time. And of course, it's your 10th birthday. And Anya and myself went into the kitchen earlier.
He baked this. He did the icing.
She baked it. I added the strawberries. Look at this, the 10th birthday.
Thank you.
Congratulations to everybody. And we'll tear into it later.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I know, Gary,
You deserve it.
Thank you.
You really do.
you were very busy this afternoon and didn't see our afternoon programme. But already online, something has really been highlighted, and certainly people are loving it, actually, if I may say so. Have a look at this. Have a look at this, Gary.
Marty, this is not
Yeah,
true. This isn't happening. Ah, God, no, Marty, I only did this for you, and I only did it the once. Oh, holy God, I'm supposed to be a serious journalist.
I have to say, I will look upon that always. Is that how you do the Week in Politics, just before you kind of do your yoga?
It's what I only do for you, dear.
Thank you, Anya. Earlier this evening, the winner of Super Garden was also revealed, and Alex's design has been recreated just beside our studio here, indeed, for visitors to enjoy over the weekend. But the winner of the highly coveted Viewer's Choice Award has yet to be revealed. And we'll be making that announcement live right here at the end of tonight's show.
We'll also be telling how the designers fared this year with those Bloom judges. But first, I caught up with 2014 gold medalist Andrew Christopher Dunn, who's back at Bloom and certainly impressing with his garden for Savills. Known for his lush planting and contemporary design, Andrew Christopher Dunn's face-to-face garden aims to help us reconnect with our environment and each other in the ever-changing landscape of the social media era. Andrew, it's another beautiful garden, and congratulations on that, but it's also got a big concept behind it. Tell me about face-to-face.
In today's modern age of social media and all this incredible technology, I think we actually are becoming more disconnected from each other and also from nature. We're trying to really create the antidote to all of this huge amounts of media that's been bombarded in your face. Here we have a fireplace. It's 26 foot long and it's there to represent the distraction. But we have positioned both of our seated areas face to face with each other in order to ensure that in spite of all these wonderful distractions around you, once you start a conversation with somebody, that's where your priorities lie. We're just going to slow you all down. Use a very, very restricted palette of colours. Green and white are my predominant colours with just that little splash of black and crimson through it. But the effect is, hopefully, people feel relaxed.
Even while we're talking, I can't help having my eye drawn to this lovely dark pool with the reflections here in front.
We are trying to create these beautiful reflections of the clouds, and you can see the planting in there. People will be photographing the clouds, they'll be photographing the plants, they'll be posting them on Facebook, they'll be retweeting them. Big question is, how many of them are actually going to just look up? see the real
So
thing.
look down and then look up.
Exactly, yeah. The real thing's better than an image.
From one of the largest gardens in Bloom to one of the smallest. During the week I travelled to County Wexford, where all 20 pupils at Clonlogue National School were busy creating their beautiful petite postcard garden for Bloom. I want you to teach me about gardening. So are you willing to teach me? Right, let's go to the garden. Based on a concept developed by the students themselves, Clonlogue National School's garden is aptly titled The Seasons as interpreted by school children.
It's split up into 4 sections: spring, summer, autumn and winter. The pond is a part of our spring section. It's made out of a wheelbarrow.
Oh! What are you doing here?
Planting strawberries.
Planting strawberries in a boot is kind of a little bit strange, isn't it?
No.
No! Well, what would I know? With only 20 pupils in the entire school, it's all hands on deck, from junior infants to 6th class. Everyone has a job to do, including me. Margaret, are you putting green on that as well? Is that a frog?
No.
And what is it?
It's a duck.
It's a duck.
So gardening is a fantastic opportunity for teachers to make the curriculum alive. You can bring in every single subject really into it. In terms of the Bloom Garden, there was loads of maths in it. They worked out areas, perimeters, lengths, they had to scale to size. And all of them are tend to be proud of their little garden here. And I know this is an experience that they will never forget even as adults.
All those months of hard work have paid off. Clonlogue National School's garden is now in full bloom right here at the Phoenix Park.
I think the garden's really cool and it's good the way it's all come together over the past few weeks, and we put so much work into it, and it's really nice to see it here now.
So they wanted to give you a special medal. So you've got a special medal for all the hard work you've done, okay?
The presentation was really, really nice. I'm very proud of the school and what we've achieved.
Yes, indeed. Congratulations to my new friends in County Wexford, Clonlogue National School, all 20 students and their teachers. They were fantastic indeed on their Bloom debut. Now, on to something that I love, or have a great passion for, food, glorious food. And earlier today, I ventured forward to the magnificent food village where I saw the best of Irish produce. We can be so proud of what we have here in Ireland. But tonight here, we're going to have an amazing barbecue burger cook-off. Competition.
Here we go.
Using all that fantastic food produce that we have here in Ireland. And here in Bloom, of course, we have a new area, tasting area called Barbecue Bliss. But the big challenge for our chefs, Edward. Ta-da! Ta-da! That's Edward Hayden. And the happy pairs, David and Stephen, who clearly overdressed for the occasion, if I may say so.
They've
just come from the beach.
Yeah, it's not it, right, okay.
This is a barbecue now.
Right, okay. Now, this is the trick. You're not going to get any fancy stuff here. You're going to have to use these
big manly barbies.
Yes. Disposable foil trays. Now, tell us very quickly, what are your ingredients?
We're representing the vegetables tonight, so we're making a veggie burger.
And Edward?
I'm teaming together with premium Irish meat, and I'm going to kind of use, with the Irish butcher, I'm going to do a meat burger with kind of lovely bacon, so it's your full mammoth-size burger.
I look forward to the challenge. And here is the challenge. You have 10 minutes. In 10 minutes. Very quickly, very quickly.
Now, you see what they say? Look, two against
two against one.
Right, kill a bull.
You have 10 minutes because Anya is going to blindfold me, and I'm then going to taste the burgers and make a decision. It's either going to be the Happy Pears or Edward Hayden. Who's it going to be? You're starting now. You're starting now. Ready. On your marks. On your marks. Get set. Go! And while the chefs are into competition mode, I believe Anya is gone international.
Get up these here. Get up there.
Well, after the break, we'll find out how Alan got on with the judges this morning. Now, our favourite boys from Four in a Bar are back to sing us into the ad break. And by the way, if you want to listen to their full performance, just go to RTE1's Facebook page to watch it live. but we'll be dealing with that after the break. Now, of course, one of the things we've been looking at is international gardens. There's a big international element to celebrate Bloom's 10th anniversary. Have a look. Gardens from Chile, Chicago, and this one from the Chinese city of Yangzhou are adding an exciting international flair to Bloom's 10th anniversary celebrations. Yi Garden, meaning Garden of Friendship, is inspired by a classical Yangzhou garden. The piled rockeries and cascading waterfall are designed to highlight the beauty of nature and symbolise a budding friendship between China and Ireland. Art, literature and horticulture are interwoven throughout this space, so the view of the garden is like a traditional Chinese painting, representing the poetic phrase, Green City of Yangzhou. The friendship theme continues in Bridge the Gap, a garden built by the staff of Chicago Park District. Matt, it's a first for Bloom to have an American-designed garden, but this experience, it's also a first for you. Tell me about that.
Well, this is my first trip to Ireland. My grandparents are from Ireland. I've always wanted to come here. And we started planning this garden back in October and put in a lot of hours and a lot of planning. We had a large sculptural piece fabricated in Chicago, put in a 40-foot shipping container and sent across the ocean, like everybody does when they plant a garden.
Oh yeah, people ship gardens across the Atlantic all the time, don't they?
It's just total normal behavior, yes, absolutely.
It's a very deceptively simple design, but it's incredibly complex. Talk me through it.
So the bridges themselves represent the two cities that are participating. So we have Dublin and Chicago represented, and we're also keeping color themes throughout the design. So the green represents Dublin, blue for Chicago, and the two bridges intersect, but they don't connect. But when you view the garden from the two viewing sides, you're forced to look at the patrons on the other side. You make contact and hence bridge the gap. I mean, this is an experience that my staff and I we will never forget it. This is just a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and we are so glad to be here.
We're so glad to have you.
Thank you.
Fifth time Bloom designer Alan Rudden is bringing a flavour of Chile to this year's festival with his Santa Rita Living La Vida 120 garden. This year you got your inspiration from overseas, so how did Chile end up inspiring you?
I've got the opportunity to travel to Chile, to the Casa Real, which would be the home of Santa Rita, just about an hour south of central Chile. There's so many elements I've seen over there. Obviously the materials, the kind of dry stone walls to do it, but I suppose the biggest feature for me was their planting. I chose plants that can survive our cool summers, but still gives that Latin America feel.
Beautiful silvery looking Mediterranean plants, but they're quite tough. But also the olives, they're amazing.
Yeah, I think our standout feature are our old olives, and they were needed because the wall garden's quite high. We needed to kind of strike some kind of balance in height, and really wanted to get large acacias in the wall garden and very big olives to kind of surround the garden and give it that kind of more enclosed and balanced feel.
And sculpture you've used as well, Anna.
Yeah, we used some steel here behind us, rusted steel, and there's a story behind that. Santa Rita's most famous wine would be their 120, and basically there's a General Bernard O'Higgins and his 120 patriots sought refuge in the basement of Santa Rita, and that's where the sculpture has come from. There's 120 holes on it, and it kind of represents how they were behind walls and they're coming out into the main pool.
I think it's going to be a huge hit with the public. I think a lot of people will see this kind of garden maybe in their own homes, so maybe even best in show.
We'll see. We'll wait to see. I won't say anything. There's a lot of good gardens here this year, so we'll see what happens.
I promise you, you get that gold, I'll come back and we'll drink a glass of vino here.
Right.
How about that?
We'll agree on that, so.
Okay, we shake.
Okay.
More gardens, more results to come, but I did promise you 4 in a bar. I did promise you the full performance on RTE1's Facebook page during the break, so take it away, boys.
1, 2, 3. I woke up this morning feeling fine. Now there's something special on my mind. Cause last night I met a new girl in my neighborhood. Whoa, yeah. Something tells me.
Board B sponsors Bloom on RTE. Board B sponsors Bloom on RTE.
Welcome back to Bloom Live, where I'm joined by a blindfolded Marty Morrissey, but also by Chef Edward Haven, and of course David and Stephen from the Happy Pair. Now, you've all been battling it out in your high-tech barbecues. We've got 2 tasty burgers here in front of us. We've got a blindfolded Marty Morrissey.
Thanks, Dawn.
I've got the full package.
Hi, guys.
Okay, now guys, in total silence, hand me a burger. So it's because we can't let Marty know which is which. All right, now Marty.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to speed things up here.
Okay, good on you, Anya.
Okay, now darling, open wide. Open wide.
Yeah.
Marks
Very
out
nice.
of 10.
9.
Okay, other burger. Hand it over fast.
Out of 10.
9. Okay,
Another
Marty.
burger.
Yeah, have a bite on that there. Marks out of 10, baby.
9.5. Who was? Wrong answer.
No brain envelope.
Okay, guys. But guys, listen, I'm going to cut off all this hilarity for a moment, and
Yes.
Marty can take off his blindfold as well, and we're going to get back to the gardens, because every show garden tells a story. They're designed to capture imaginations and evoke emotion. Their sheer beauty has the power to shine a light on some really, really important causes, as is the case with this next garden. Out the Other Side, a garden of hope, reflects the journey of breast cancer survivors. Dark foliage brightens as you journey through the garden, revealing the iconic Mary Keating Foundation's pink ribbon at its centre. It's a garden of new beginnings, compassion and hope. three-time Bloom designer Tunda Santesi enlisted the help of students from the National College of Art and Design and volunteers from the Rediscovery Centre in Ballymun to create the garden's focal point, a visually striking hammock inspired by the Give Your Bra for Cancer campaign.
We've got a privilege to work with the NCAD students and the Rediscovery Centre to create this fantastic bespoke hammock.
So when we first heard the idea of, can you do something with a hammock and 3,000 bras, that was a bit, okay, where are we going to go with this?
Wow, fantastic. Look at this color. Woo.
So we came up with the idea to create flowers out of the bras to upcycle the whole hammock to exhibit in their garden at Bloom.
So many people visit that have either had cancer or have family members or friends, that I think we're putting even more effort and more work into it to make it even extra special.
Pink ribbons added by visitors to the garden hold the names of women who have or are currently battling breast cancer, while the garden wall features quotes from 10 survivors, including Deirdre Morrissey, who was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2011.
I was 36, mum of 2. My daughter's 2nd birthday, and I found a lump and did nothing about it. That was December, and within a week I was up in Beaumont having a mammogram, ultrasound, and 2 weeks later I was in surgery, home for Christmas Eve. Absolutely devastated, world fell apart.
I remember when I was sick, one of the questions people always ask you is, how are the children? It's not just yourself you fear for, it's your time with your children.
It's your time with your kids, and I couldn't get my head around the whole thing, so I shut down at that point, but the one focus was the kids. I focused everything around them and worked around that nucleus of the 4 of us, and that's how I bided my time.
Deirdre, I know nobody wakes up in the morning thinking, I want to join the breast cancer community, but if you do, there is so much support, so much kindness.
Absolutely. When I was diagnosed, I craved other women who had been through it, and only for them, I think I would have lost my sanity. And it wasn't an easy journey, by no means. I wasn't one of those cancer patients that was, oh, I'm going to be great, I'm going to be strong. I did not. I cried buckets and I fell apart. So to be here today is just, it's wonderful, and I'm lucky.
Well, I hope your lovely daughters and their lovely mother really enjoy this garden, because it's absolutely gorgeous and it does give hope. That's great.
It does.
In just 10 years, Bloom has become world-renowned for showcasing the very best in garden design, and the pressure to produce an award-winning garden was clearly visible on the designers' faces, who arrived in Phoenix Park this morning for their results. Before the gates of Bloom opened, the judges spent 2 days examining and deliberating over each design, and at 8 a.m. this morning, just before the crowds began pouring into the park, it was time to reveal this year's big winners. All the designers could do was wait and hope that their garden would be deemed worthy of a prestigious gold, silver or bronze Bloom trophy.
So would you be somewhat relieved if it was an absolute fantastic...
Oh!
You're kind of happy about this award?
Yes, I'm thrilled, yeah. Brilliant. Go on, man.
So start crying.
And the pot of gold was really the whole experience, but the gold medal really helps a lot.
Where'd you get that line?
Huge achievement, so well done. It is the best large garden at the show, so you are the man.
A record number of gold medals were given out at this year's Bloom.
Oh, yes.
But one important award has yet to be announced tonight, the Super Garden Viewers' Choice Award. Here's a quick reminder of all 5 gardeners.
Hazel Morahan's Hillside Design, Jerry MacDonald's Contemporary Garden, Rachel Gerard's Urban Cottage Garden, Alex Hollingsworth Victorian meets Moroccan Design, and Glenn Keelan's Urban Coastal Garden. Well, we've got all of our super gardeners here. The viewers' votes are in.
I can't Wait.
I can reveal it all, guys. Oh my God, look at all your faces. All right, we'll put you out of your misery. The winner of the Viewer's Choice Award 2016, Glenn Keenan. Oh, congratulations.
Well done. Gary, thousands of visitors will come here over the next few days to savour Bloom. What advice would you give them?
Comfy shoes, come early, sun cream, come lap it up.
And bring lots and lots of money, you need it. Look, we have to leave you now, but we're going to leave you with just some of our favourite moments from this fabulous festival.
We had a ball. Thank you for joining us. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
This is what you get, what you get, what you get when you put in. Here's what I get, what I get, what I get when I put in. 'Cause life's too short to worry about the scary things that might know. I'm gonna eat my fill of love and all the scary things.
Board Bia sponsors Bloom on RTE.